Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Let's have a good day. Let's get ready for Christmas. Is everybody there? It's me, RG. Are we ready for Christmas? Can't you see? We are here to get ready to celebrate the most important birthday of all, Jesus' birthday. The one who's made all things possible. For without nothing that is wouldn't be. Well, it's all G me. If anybody else is there, let me know. I know I come live. I'm just getting all my stuff ready for Christmas. And I guess all of you are probably getting ready for Christmas too. Very busy shopping, getting that last minute gift for your friend. Well, I'm excited because of course, I up online. It's been online for a couple of days already. I finished my Christmas video with the big boy, with the old Apollo 13 astronauts in a movie called Trees, Trees, Trees. And it's kind of funny. I don't know if you see my Thanksgiving one that I uploaded last month that I made, which was this one, Big Stuffing. Now we got Trees, Trees, Trees. Two holiday videos that I've made with the boys. I think I'm covering up the picture. I want to see it better. There you go. I have them up online, ready to see. I also have a short version from the song called Biggie Puddin'. There's a scene in this movie where there's a song skit, which I put separate because I've showed it in front of a live audience in my church, and they got a kick out of it. And this one here is kind of funny. I don't know how many of you saw this one. Let me know down on the bottom over there or on the live chat over there. I don't know if that little guy that does all the animations, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I got the papers. I can remember his. Hold on. I don't want to mess his name up. I got it written down. I have to write things down, you know. Let's see. I know I wrote it down. Oh, yeah. SJC Entertainment. It's a little guy that does his own little audio animatronics. He's kind of fascinating what he's done. This being creative like I was, it brings me back to when I was his age, when I wanted to animate things and make mechanical things like I see behind me, these astronauts. I tinkered around with toys and stuff and animated things. These two figures over here, they kind of do a little Christmas jig. I'll show you later, or I'll show you now. I'm just waiting for somebody to come online so I can show them. Don't block big stuff now, Mr. Santa. Be a good Santa. Mr. Puppy. Mr. Well, I guess Mr. Taco Bell. Everybody called him Taco Bell. He's a chihuahua. And I also got a nice house here. There was a contest in the church. We had a decorated a gingerbread house within 3 minutes time, and well, this is what I did in 3 minutes time. I was such a rush. The frosting bagel wasn't open. We were like a team of people rushing to put this together. It was like fun. In 3 minutes, it was like, not enough time to even pop over the bag and say, hey, you get this. Oh, man. It was kind of fun, you know. I wonder how many of you had a lot of fun at Christmas. I guess I could say we kind of brought down the house. Yeah, smells so good. Can't wait to eat it. Okay. Let's see, what else do I have to show? Well, I'm waiting for some people to come on. Yeah. Okay, that was what I want to show. And also, the movie before that, I made this movie called the Man About Jubilee, where this fancy-looking gizmo, which is called the Man About set, which is fascinating because it's the way God thinks. It's like numbers. It's like we just recently discovered something that's been here before the dawn of time. It says that the computer generated it, and it was a guy called Manabot has discovered this mathematician. And of course, because of today's fascinated sophisticated computers, we were able to generate this. A lot of people were having fascinated. There's a lot of beautiful people out there that do some wonderful videos. And I want to give a shout out to one of my favorites, Matt's Town. He's got the best videos of all. There's one called Journey into the Manabot Infinity, Journey into Infinity, and Manabot Zoom Journey. It's awesome sauce. There's two versions of it, a 2-hour version and a 3-hour version. And I tell you, it's just wonderful. If you want to see more about that, you'll see. And check out my movie. This is one of my most funniest one. A lot of people like this one, horsing around. What the Apollo 13 astronauts will look like as horses. Being they had horses on their emblem, I figured let's make a funny movie of what the astronauts will look like as horses. And I had this idea way back in 95, but I never really did the animation way back then. I didn't know what kind of story I was going to do. Until this year, the beginning of this year, I decided to horse around a little. And I came up with this story, which became a very funny one. Everybody liked that one. These were actually the 4 main movies I made during this year. I'm trying to think of what other movie I made this year. And plus, I have some shorts I did in between. But I tell you, it's been a productive year on cartoons and everything. Plus, I made the song, Apollo 13, welcome there. Apollo 13, welcome home again. There's been a lot of things. There he goes. SJC Entertainment. And he also named his flower Jubilee. You like that name, huh? Well, Jubilee, you know what Jubilee means, SJ? It means to be free, to be full, to be jubilant, to be full of the Lord, to be full of life, to go back to youth, go back to the original state of things, to have everything all return back to a good beginning. Yeah, actually, it's like us returning back and being full of joy. Yeah. Yep. You know what it means. I see you said yep. You're the only one up here. Entertainment party. Yeah, I'm having a party. I got my gingerbread house. I got my boys back there dancing. You like my Apollo 13 animations back there? Plus, I got 2 animatronics to show you. Mr. Santa Claus wants to say something. Jingle all the way. All the fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. All the fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. All the fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. All the fun is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, let's horse around with that one. Yeah. Have you seen my new video that I did on Apollo 13, the Christmas one? They sing that song and there's a horse scene in there. It's kind of funny. And then I have another little animatronic here to show you. This is a little Taco Bell type dog. And he sings one of my favorite songs. So let's have a little more sing-along party here. Okay, puppy, you're on now. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I never get that part. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom my heart. Well, that's just a little bit of fun. So, how's everybody doing? Huh? Are you doing fine? Are you ready for Christmas? You like that one? You like the doggy? Isn't he cute? Do you like the gingerbread house? We had a contest at my church, and a whole group of us had to decorate this house within 3 minutes. And I tell you, it wasn't easy. I mean, we tried to get the frosting open. Someone put some refrigerators. I had gold on my hand. It was kind of fun. I just wanted to share a little of that. Despite the 3 minutes having time to decorate this, I don't think we did a bad job. It would have been more prettier if I had more time, but we had fun. So that's what I did at my church. I had a lot of fun at Christmas. And SJC, this was my new video that I made. Did you see it? That's the Christmas one. Look at this movie. It's kind of funny. And also, I made a Thanksgiving one before that, which is this one, baked stuffing. That was a Thanksgiving special. And then I did this one, the Manabot Jubilee, which talks about the Manabot set, which is this thing here, the Manabot set, which is a fascinating thing. It's absolutely awesome sauce. Numbers are the way God thinks, you're going into the mind of God, the creator of all it is, the one we celebrate the birthday of. And one of my favorites, horsing around. We're kind of horsing around in the other movie too, so the Christmas one. So I think horsing around would be another funny one. This is what the Apollo 13 astronauts will look like if they were horses. But wait till you see this movie, how they got to be like this. Is kind of funny. I have a lot of other movies that the boys have been in. And you know what? Next year we'll be making more. Because big stuff is big stuff, don't you think? Cool. What do you use to animate? Oh, the program I use is called Crazy Talk Animator. Now they got more versions of it. So they have Crazy Talk Animator 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have the newer one. I'd love to be able to get all the newer software, but fortunately, don't have the money right now. And number 2, I need to get me a new computer that would run all those. But right now, what I got is what I got for now. And when I get that money coming up, if I wasn't scammed by that bad scammer that really made this year very hard, it was hard to get through. Now everything is going up in price. It's really hard. I'm sure a lot of people are having a hard time. But you know what? I'm not going to let anything to get me down. I know the Lord's good. He's my provider. He helped me through that. And I'm here with you guys. And I'm having a lot of fun. The reason why I haven't made any more newer animatronics, that's the reason why I haven't had the money to go buy servo motors and wires and batteries and all the stuff you need to make them. It's very costly. You need a couple of $100 to get started. My job is to make this life-size Billy Bob that I'm working on, but I need at least to save up $500 worth of materials I need yet to complete it, and I really don't get that money right now. As soon as I get it and I got spare money, I could do that. But I really need to get a couple more other things done first. Number 1, I need to get me a new computer so I can continue my animation. When I get the the Fracno software, so I can do my own animations on that. So I don't have to ask people like Matt's Town if I could use your videos in my movies, because I like to do my own videos. But I tell you, Matt's very nice. He helped me out. He's very nice. I tell you what, I got to give 2 thumbs up for Matt's videos. Matt, you do wonderful. I love your videos. I was just looking at some of your videos last night as I was eating my dinner. It's just fun to watch the man about. Let's go into the journey. It's that beautiful abstract designs. It's amazing what that funny looking shape thing called the Manabot set, which kind of looks like this. How this funny looking map of numbers that the computer generates. This is a map that the computer generates with the positive and negative numbers and all these balls and all. When you journey into this image, you can go into these most beautiful abstract designs. When you add the color and it's whatever numbers, whatever program, whatever I don't know what you call it, program that you put into the program, like colors and the shapes and what part of the manabot you go into, you get to see some beautiful designs. I mean, like medallions and Juliet sets. And it's just awesome. I did a sketch of what some of the designs would look like. Like this would be like a Juliet set. When you zoom in, then you will get some fractal designs that were kind of like these kind of shapes and divides. Then sometimes you find little baby manabot sets in the center of some of them. You think you get to the end, and this if I keep finding hundreds, and they go into this, they can go through all over again, and even on the tip of the tail, all your little balls. If you zoom in, there was a baby one of these done here. Then if you zoom into that, there on its tail, there's another one, and it just goes on to infinity. It's just amazing. It's absolutely, it's the way God thinks, God thinks in infinity. And this definitely shows infinity, and it's just awesome. When you look at my movie, Man About Jubilee, it will really explain what this whole thing is. It is this awesome sauce. It's amazing. See, not all the sets of, I have written all kinds of texts. I was studying about a whole paper here, about the Manabot set. And I've been like studying it. And what I gotta say is that numbers are concepts of the way God did things. Numbers, fractals, they exist in the physical world and in the number world, in the fractal world. You would see the design and the way the numbers by themselves orient. See, this beauty is built in the numbers. It's not something the Manabot himself created. Manabot did not really create this. That's the thing. This thing was around way before Manabot was, before you was. Actually, God is the one who was the creator of all the numbers and all the system. It's the physical properties of how all his creation follow. You would see the fractals like in broccoli and trees, branching out in lightning. You will see the swirly spins like in snail shells. Here, for instance, here's a snail shell. The spin around in spirals, which the Manabot set generates. It's like this. This is like the physical of it. From the Manabot set, it's the I guess the CGI version of it. It lives in the CGI, but it also lives in the mind of God. For the mind of God is what gave us the wisdom to create the computer to reveal this wonderful thing. Because once you put the number code in, like Z squared equals C, and which makes the code for this one. There's many other codes to make different shape ones. But the main Manabot set looks like this. Hi, you're a huge fan. How you doing? You love my videos? Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can pronounce your name. Akuma? Akuma? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but thank you, Akuma. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please forgive me. I am dyslexic, so people who have dyslexia, it's hard for people to read names, and I may botch your names up, but I please forgive me. I'm doing my best I can. Okay, plus my eyesight's not like it used to be. Yeah, as you get older, these things do happen. But I thank you for being one of my big fans. And Pure Earnest Tommy, how you doing? Embryo and Eclipse, you going to have a Christmas extra? Yes, they are. If you look at my movie, the newest one that came out, this one right here, this is my new video. It's called Trees, Trees, Trees. There's embryo. There's eclipsio. There is zygote. This is a new robot that's in the movie. And here's the other crazy robot, Jim's Crazy Inventions. Here's Fred Hayes. And oops, Biggie isn't for it. Go check this movie out. You'll see them all. They're all there. Actually, Eclipsio is also in the movie. They're also in this movie, too, the Thanksgiving special called Big Stuffing. There's Eclipsio over there laughing over there. There's Embryo. Yep, they're in that movie, too. They also in this movie also called The Man About Jubilee, which is the movie before that, which I was talking about the Manabot set. And Jubilee, she's introduced in this movie, but she's been around too during the time. This is the first movie that I animated her in computer animation, 2D computer animation in this series. And this, if you want to know what the Apollo 13 astronauts would look like if they were horses, let's horse around with this one. That's another one I made. This one I made at the beginning of the year. And then, of course, I made a New Year one, too. So these are some of the movies I made from this year. So check them out. I got a whole bunch of Apollo 13 movies I made. I tell you, I just got a whole box of them that I created. All up online for you to enjoy. I got some old classic ones, too, that I'm trying to, I'll have to try and see if I could get there. They're on a different format. They were from the old computer that broke down. I got them on DVDs, but the computer that I have now, it's hard to transfer the DVD to the new. It's really. I have to get me a new computer and a new way to transfer the analog to the more digital. More. It's a lot of. Once I get, then I have to cut out all the copyrighted songs that were in the older cartoons. Because at that time, I did not know how to make my own music or have people help me sing songs. And my singing wasn't the best by myself, no music in the background. So I used some songs that I liked, and I used to put my favorite songs in the cartoon so I could give some music to it. But I can't upload those because the way they are, I have to edit them first before I upload them. I put all new songs, so I have to rework them out. That's why when I did the Froggy movies, if you've seen the Froggy movies, I made all those songs I created all those songs myself and played my own music. In fact, I used the silly old thing. I got at a garage sale for $20. And this is what helped me make the different voices and make the music. So now since I made Froggy movies and all the other, I do most likely most of my own music. Unless the people say I can use their music, then I use their music. Because sometimes there's always a song that you just love that another artist makes that you just gotta animate it because you just love it so much. And you want to enjoy the song, but you want to enjoy the song with your animation along with it, so you can enjoy two things at the same time. And that's the reason why I share some of some of my favorite singers, like Josh Wilson. Matter of fact, he likes to have his songs shown on and people do things with him because he doesn't get enough publicity, poor Josh Wilson. He's a very good Christian singer, and I wish Z88.3 would play him more. Only on Christmas time when they play the Christmas music, they play one of his songs over and over again, and another one of his songs he sings. And that's about all you hear of him. And he makes a new album, and they play the new song a few times, and then it disappears. You don't hear it anymore. And then sometimes when the blue moon, you hear the song "I Refuse," which is the only song they play on him. Probably once a year. I only hear it. It's ridiculous. And this guy sings beautiful songs. So I guess he likes when people show his songs off. And he's a good friend. Yeah, I have a lot of good friends that are Christian singers. I also know Sandy Petty too. I made an animation with Sandy Petty's Friendship Company, I had to just see if I get the permission to upload a Friendship Company cartoon. I made two versions of it, one in 2D animation, old fashioned way, and then one I did in 3D animation. Came out beautiful. Before I upload them, because YouTube, I had to first make sure I have the permission so I could go up. Yeah, that's what you have to do today. You want to be safe. People won't let you put certain things up if it's copyright. I understand it. It's their work. They got the rights. I understand. Actually, I'm not making money on any of this. I'm just doing it because it's part of me giving to you. The Lord's created me to create. And I'm just sharing what the Lord's given me, freely given to me, and I freely give it to you. Even though I would like to make some money, but I don't know all the techie stuff, and I don't trust. Since I got scammed, I don't trust anybody on the other side that I don't know personally before I do anything with money. I just rather be the way I am. People I trust is the only people I'm going to work with because I've learned a hard lesson, and that was a lot of money to lose, and I'm not doing that again. So, I'd rather be making no money than getting scammed again. It's hard to live, I know. If I didn't need money, believe me, if I did not need money, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with it because I don't care about money. I really don't. I really don't care for money. If I didn't need money to eat, to live, to pay my bills, I wouldn't care about having money. If I didn't need money to get things like this, to have fun, or get art supplies to make things, I wouldn't care about the money. I'd rather have the thing than the money. That's me. I'm just happy I'm always with you. Me. Best of all, I got the Lord. The Lord's one who gives all things free. Of course, you do have to buy things like computers. I could talk to you, make movies, yes, and all this other stuff. But you know what? The most important thing is not the gift. It's the, the relationship. Celebrating the most important birthday of all. It's Jesus. He's the one we're celebrating. He's really given us life. Life most abundant. He created us. He created us to love each other, to be together. It's the true meaning of Christmas. To unite as one. And I'm going to read some of the remarks. I see some people writing stuff. Is there a way we could see life-size Billy Bob? He's not completely finished. As I gotta show you my house. I had two floods. I had a bunch of stuff happen. Then I have boxes everywhere in my house. My body, I fell a couple of times, so I wasn't able to do things for a while. So my house is really a shambles. But I can show you. I'm going to try to pick up this computer if I can. Zoom it over to my messy house, as you can see. And this thing right here, sometimes I put my finger where you can see it. this this thing right here, right? This guy here picking up. You see the Christmas tree? The guy is standing right there next to the Christmas tree. That is what I can show you on Billy. I can't move this computer to get there. I'm wired down. I only have a little tiny Chromebook that I'm doing this on, so I'm not able to walk around like other people do. A silly little cell phone would not work good. I have a cheap cell phone. You won't be able to see a good image, and I don't know how to upload on that stupid cell phone anyway. And it wouldn't have enough battery power to. It's not worth it. There's too many buttons to push. It works and it don't work. It's like I don't like. I rather have things that work. Simple. I'm more of a simple person. To me, I like a phone for a phone. When I'm outside, I was outside trying to show somebody one of my videos on the phone. got nothing to work. It was giving me this boom, boom thing popping. I was like, and it gets dark and the sunlight is out there. You can't see anything. It's like, the computer's much better. Yeah, when they have eyesight, that means I get squinting. I don't know how people do that, but they do it. Do I sell animatronics? Well, I sell miniature version of the rocket fire explosion with Aaron and larger size ones. I was getting ready to sell them. They cost so much money to make. Plus, they're not built they're not built like these things are. That you could just pick this toy up and do this with it, and it will still work. If you did that with one of my animatronics, it would break. It's too delicate. You can't. You have to kind of carefully pick it up like if it was an egg. And if you twist the head the wrong way or the arm the wrong way, it will break. So I sold something, and by the time it got to the person, and however I was doing it for Aaron. However, Aaron packed it, or if he twisted one of the bodies, the legs and stuff broke. It was all broken by the time the person got it, and I lost all the money on that, and he lost all the money. Because don't forget, I have to pay Aaron royalties because it's not my own items, not my own character. So he had to get, part of the profit. So what it cost me to make the item, when I had to pay for Aaron for the copyright to use the item as his image, and for the supplies and everything, and for the shipping costs to send it back and forth, and it wasn't worth it. I didn't make anything on it, really, to be honest with you. If I made $100 on that deal, I made a lot, and it was not worth it. And it was too expensive after all that. It doesn't pay. If I were to make a large thing like that, it would cost thousands of dollars just to ship the thing. There's no money in it. Do I sell DVDs? I will eventually. The thing is, to make a DVD, for me to make one of my DVDs, there are 3 things I have to do, which cost a lot of money. One, make sure I have a production copyright down on my story, because my Apollo Teen Astronauts are all copyrighted. I've copyrighted all the images. It's part of my ownership. I own the rights to my cartoon. Plus, Jim Novo and Fred Hayes, these 2 restaurants back here, they have copies of all my movies, and I've seen them in person, and they know. Fortunately, Mr. Big Stuff, fortunately, passed on before I had a chance to meet him. But I'm sure he would have loved the cartoon as well, because all those 2 loved it. And they loved what I did with Swaggit, because I give Swaggit, even though he gets the bad end of things, and he always gets the moon on top of, and in real life, that's what really did happen to Swaggit. I did not know that. I was an 11-year-old kid when I made the cartoon, when I got this picture on them. This is the original picture that started the whole cartoon thing. These guys been everywhere I went. Actually, they go everywhere I go. Because when I talk to people, I see people outside. It's a good way to witness. When I talk to people about the Lord, have you ever heard about the most out of this world rescue mission in history? And how the last minute, when Apollo 13 was in space, Mission Control did all they can do. The astronauts did all they could do, even though Swaggit was the one that was smart on the team. See, before Apollo 11 went up to go on the moon, the first moon mission, Swaggit was the one, the backup astronaut, who wrote a book, a contingency book, of what to do when things go wrong. You see, in the beginning, when they were first going to the moon, there was a lot of unknown on certain things. But being he was a great mathematician and a great person that knew about the space and how vehicles worked, he wrote a book out, or what if we lose an oxygen tank, or if we lost this, or what we should do if that happens, and what if we land on the moon and it starts to sink? Shall we lift off right away? He one who wrote the book on what to do in case anything happened. Although that journey, the first journey to the moon, fortunately, he never got the credit for the things he did. And in my cartoons, if you notice, when you've seen some of them, you've seen Swacket, and I think it's even in Horsing Around. I mentioned how, in Horsing Around, I mentioned it too, how Swacket was the one who quarreled for 2 hours when I was on the way home. How to get Swagger's the one when he was up there. See, I think the Lord allowed Swagger to be there instead of Kim Manley, because for that one reason. It was Swagger who quarreled about an hour and a half with Mission Control when he figured out with his calculations that if they did the burn, a one small burn as we're going to the moon to speed up our process, and then as we're coming from the backside of the moon out, along with the swing shot of gravity plus fire before we come out of the moon, we would get home 5 hours early. He's the one who helped get them home 5 hours earlier. And he's the one who figured out how to make the consumables last just enough in time, and also how to get the battery from the other batteries from the LEM to power up so he could turn on the command module, how to transfer the voltage. Swaggart was a smart astronaut, not a dumb astronaut that the stupid movie Apollo 13 that came out in the theaters did. They made him out to be a dum-dum, like he didn't belong there. The Lord knew that he belonged there. That's why he was there. He was the stuff. He had the right stuff. That's why he's called Big Stuff. He had the right stuff. He knew what to do when things went wrong. Plus, the big comes from a nickname that he was named. He was the tallest astronaut out of all of them in the Apollo days. And he had a nickname called Big Jack. That's where he got the big from. Big. And then the stuff came from having the right stuff. And that's why I call him Big Stuff. To let you know why the name of the cartoon character Warrior, Big Stuff, Jack Swaggart's called Mr. Big Stuff or Big Stuff. You know, here's the one funny thing. Originally, he was called Big Stuff. The Mister was added on afterwards. You want to know why? Well, one morning, it was about a year. It was in 1971. I made the cartoon in 1970 when I got this picture. It was in April 27th, to be exact, is when I designed the cartoon. April 27th, 1970 is when I designed the cartoon and started working on making them as a cartoon. A year later, my sister used to be in the same room with me, and she used to get ready to go work in the morning. And her clock radio would come on with the music. And she'll turn the light on. I'm sitting in the same room, of course. I had to wake up because I got to get ready for school also. But she always used to wake me up an hour earlier than I had to get up. Okay. Excuse me. I had a belch. I'm sleeping. And all of a sudden, I'm half asleep and half awake. And of course, I have Big Stuff with me. I was sleeping. You know, they're always with me. And I'm looking at the picture of Big Jack Swagger, Mr. Big Stuff, and I'm hearing the song, Mr. Big Stuff, tell me, who do you think you are, Mr. And I'm like, huh? Huh? Am I dreaming or what? Am I really hearing what I mean? Because I'm half asleep and half awake. And I wake up and his face is staring at me, and I'm like, and I realize it's the radio is playing the song, and I'm like, hey, somebody's playing a song about my astronaut cartoon, Mr. Big Stuff, and I'm laughing my head off. I said, I wonder why I was giggling and laughing, and I'm saying, that's the name I named Jack Swagger, Mr. Big Stuff. You don't know? And my own sister didn't know who I was talking about. She should have known about my cartoon character, Mr. Big Stuff, because that's what I've been talking about for a year when I was creating the cartoon. But, she was oblivious to it. But I was like, That's immediately had to go ahead and get the record. So that's the theme song from my Mr. Big Stuff. That was so funny. You know what? Another funny thing too. Oh, it was a year, the first year when I designed Eclipsio. And the cartoon Eclipsio always had a joke. It was just to blot out the sun. And also another thing they used to do too: speed time up and slow time down, like in the unseen world. A song came out, Turn Back the Hands of Time. And it was kind of messed up at Eclipsio. I was like matching songs with the characters at the time. I know, but that was as funny as the Mr. Big Stuff song. The Mr. Big Stuff song was really, that was like spot on. I mean, only the Lord could do something like that. That was not coincidence. That was just the Lord saying, "You got a good cartoon there." Probably let me say I'm on the right track. And look, 51 years later, we're still going strong. And look at all the movies I made. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's see. Ask if you think I am a girl, I'm a boy. I'm sorry if I said your name. I can't make out who you are because I can't see the picture. Jack Big. Why not Jack Stuff or Stuff Jack Big? Because it doesn't match. Jack is his name. Well, also he's also called Big Jack. That was his name. His real name, nickname, Big Jack. Jack Stuff doesn't sound right. Or Stuff Jack Big does not sound right. Nah, it doesn't have no ring to it. Jack, Big Jack. Oh, here's another funny thing too. Swag. I kept hearing lately swag. And I'm laughing because swag. Well, it's not. I call him Swiggy Swag also. Swag. Because his last name is Swaggart. And he also had a nickname called the Big Swag, which he was called the Big Swag. Now, I didn't know what swag meant. I thought it was a joke over his name, Swaggart. But then I heard, oh, there's a lot of swag on this, a lot of swag. And I'm going, what? The base says talk about swag? Because I do something big. I do it because of the YouTube. And I realized swag is merchandising. Yeah. Merchandising, like making dolls on the Swaggart. Stuff made out of big stuff. And this is big stuff stuffed. You get it? So I didn't know swag made merchandising. Products made on so eventually I'm gonna be producing stuff if I can. Again, I need money. This is my own copyright, so these things I will be making as animatronics also. When it comes to my own characters, I can do animatronics. Actually, I could also do things like this too. I was thinking about selling stuff like that. I could also even animate your own self. And if you've got a picture that you want to animate, I could do that too. But the thing is that I have to figure out how to go about doing that before I could do it. I need another partner that I can trust. And it's very hard these days to find people that you can trust. I need somebody that will not, somebody who could do the mathematics, the financing, and somebody to help me with the post box. I need to get a post box, different address. I need to have workers. I need people to help me produce things. I can't do it all by myself because if I get like an order for 100 things like this, how am I possibly going to do 100 of them one person? You know, you need other people, you need other workers. You need collateral, and I don't have collateral. I don't have people that I can hire or places to go to. See, that's the problem. I can make beautiful stuff, but I don't have places to It's hard. Wherever the Lord leads me, I'm going to do it. I have big dreams. Yes, I do. But you know what? The Lord said all things are possible. So there may come a time that I will have my. So what I got to do is make sure I copyright let's see, all the stuff I design. I have to send it all out to a factory. I have to pay those. There's so much behind the scene. I don't know how much work goes behind before you can produce something in production. Now I make stuffed animals for a company called BigPlush.com. If you want to buy any RG Jubilee design stuffed animals, BigPlush.com has a lot of stuffed animals I created, like big teddy bears and lambs and all kinds of toys. I make toys. I was a toy designer. That was my job when I was in New York. Originally, a company that I worked for was called C&T Plush Toys. But C&T Plush Toys went out of business and sold all the rights to BigPlush.com. And now, every now and then, they commission me for a big, large, and I talk about big toys. We're talking about 12-foot teddy bears. We're not talking about little things like this. We're talking about big things. And that's what I do every now and then. But I don't get as many orders. You think I'd be rich by doing that? But usually the artist doesn't get as much money as they should get. I may get like one order for the whole year, and that's it. It's like nothing. When I do get a big order, then I see if I can save whatever money up. That's why I save. But I very rarely get hardly anything. It's like, yeah, it's hard. And mostly everything goes to bills. You got to pay the rent. Not really the rent. I own my house, praise the Lord. But you do got to pay for house taxes, house insurance. You got to pay for who knows what, so many things. Water and electric and food and we go. You don't have no money at the end after you do all that. So that's what it is. Well, let's not get that down. I'm still happy. I get by. Let me see. I'm trying to see what do you think class is better than swag? I don't know what you mean by that. What's the difference between class and swag? I have to know the difference of that because I only found out swag meant merchandising. Does class have to do with clothes? I I I I don't know. I'm more of an old school girl, not a new school girl. So the words in my time when I was growing up meant different things in my day than I do in the day today. Things have changed. So I'm not up with the times. So you got to explain what you mean by that. Uh, I'm a treasure. Thank you, Zam. Zam26. Thank you for the compliment. I'm trying to read some of your compliments. Mary, CJ Entertainment said, well, I'm going to leave now. Merry Christmas. Bye. Well, thank you, SJC. My dyslexia trying to reverse the letters around. Entertainment. Keep up the good work and keep on making their cute little animatronics. They're kind of cute. But just be careful of the copyrighted songs you use. Don't you know any original songs? Can you make up some original songs for your characters that you don't have to worry about copyright? Or go to the YouTube library. They got songs that you don't have no problem with the copyright. Just go to, there's a group called the Green Orbs. The Green Orbs on YouTube are fantastic. They're the ones I get most of my music from. Green Orbs are a wonderful group. Just look them up. They'll give you things. What inspired my frog series? Well, my love for frogs. I love frogs. I always loved frogs ever since I was a kid. Frogs are one of my favorite animals. I like frogs. I like lions. I like lambs. And I like squirrels. I like but frogs at that time when I was a kid. I used to like to catch. There was a pond. I used to catch frogs and tadpoles. I used to like to watch them from going from tadpole to frog. I also like catching butterflies too. Uh, and then I had frogs as pets and all. And I always had frogs around, and I liked the toys on frogs. They had the cute little faces, and I'm just a frog, like so that's why. And then there was some. And as I got older, I learned more about frogs. And I got real frogs as pets. I play with them. I'm living here in Florida. And I'm all around frogs. So I was inspired that I'd go do a song of frog. And then I had that singing machine I showed earlier in the video, where I could change my voices. Super Frog was my very first animated cartoon character. Well, I wouldn't say very first animated. My very first cartoon, one of my very oldest cartoon characters I made. I was about maybe I was probably about 5 or 6 years old when I made Super Frog, way back in 1966. Super Frog, I was inspired by making Super Frog from a model kit, by the way. Now, I was always interested in biology and science. That's where the world of the unseen world came from. My love for science. And I always loved astronauts. My father, ever since I was young as I can remember, when I was 4 years old, or maybe even younger, as young as a kid could be on our dad's shoulder. I remember my father pointing up to the full moon with me on his shoulder saying, "See that moon over there? One day we're going to walk on it." And I went, "Yeah." And then he joked with me, "Really find out if it's made out of cheese." Because at that time, as a kid, you're taught, the moon's made out of Swiss cheese. I used to look at Felix the Cat with Poindexter. How many of you know Poindexter and Felix the Cat? That's where the astronaut business started. And then the real astronauts was John Glenn going up to the rockets, and then the monkeys. And I was really into the space program ever since. So maybe that's where the likings of the astronauts come on in. And then Apollo 11 with Armstrong. I got a picture of Armstrong. Let me take Armstrong. Pardon me, trying to get to Armstrong. I had to get my arm to get Armstrong. I know I'm being funny, ain't I? Well, at first I did make cartoons on Armstrong too in the beginning, and then of course I also liked singers. There was a guy called Bobby Sherman. I don't know how many people know about Bobby Sherman, but Bobby Sherman, they used to have these records on the back of a cereal box. And that's introduced me to him. So I had a series called Bobby Sherman and the Astronauts. There used to be a song like this, Bobby Sherman and the astronauts, come with me and we'll see a funny word. I know all the words, but I had to find the script of word songing. But I'm going to be working on a show. That was a Bobby Sherman and the Astronauts show. That'll be my next cartoon I'm working on. It's simply called, I'm trying to figure out the title. It was Art is the eye art is in the eye of the beholder, or something like that. Or the eye of art. I try to remember what its original title is, but it has to do with big stuff, painting a painting. Now, in that time, there was a painter, an artist that used to go on TV. Now, a lot of people know Bob Ross, right? Bob Ross, the painter. He's a modern day of the original painter from way back in the time in the 60s called John Nagy. He originally showed you how to draw pictures. And I learned how to draw things because of him, how to make things out of shapes and squares and triangles and things. Kind of something like the way this Manabot set works. Shapes and circles and things. Well, you see what I'm getting at. My next video is going to be fun. So there's a big stuff. It's going to be going to an art studio on that one. to learn how to paint and draw. So one of the artists is John Nagy. The other artist is Bob Ross. And Big Stuff is going to learn how to make a painting from those two. Wait until you see what happens about what kind of painting he makes. What? Armstrong, Bobby Sherman, Jim Collins, which are the other two astronauts from them, Jim and Hayes, and maybe Eclipsio and Embryo. Have to say about it. Oh yeah, let's not forget Zygote too. So we'll see what this shows. I think even Jubilee will pop on in too. Why not? The whole family. Well, that's the next cartoon I'll be working on. And that's something is production now. So I'm going to be working on that soon. Try to get that for my birthday if I can. If not, it'll be coming out February. Because February was the anniversary of when I made the Bobby Sherman cartoon. I had to show you where he used to look at the beginning, but the pictures are way over there. If you want to wait for a few seconds, I'll get up and go show you what my original Bobby Sherman and the astronaut drawing looked like. And do I have blue painting on it right here? And then when you saw some of my newer video, he's in the Thanksgiving movie too, and he's also in the Manabot one also. Armstrong too, but he came a long way. I'm gonna look at the picture, show you what this is. How I used to draw when I was 11 years old. I'll show you. Be right back. Sherman. Oh, there goes the solicitor again. Let's solicit for a long time.
Call from unavailable.
Yeah. I'm unavailable. I don't want no scams.
Unavailable.
You can go unavailable someplace else. That's how I got scammed, but those stupid calls kept calling me that they were from Brooklyn. And I thought it was the investment company that my sister invested my inheritance in, which she probably I get it all the time. How many of you get these scam calls? I get a lot of scam calls, I tell you. Well, I know he doesn't look like Bobby Sherman, but this is how I used to draw when I was 11 years old. This is one of the oldest original sketches I have, one of my old cartoons. Look at that face. Is that a face I make laugh? And at that time, too, I was introduced to sparkles. For the first time, I was doing things with sparkles. See, it's kind of Christmassy, huh? So February 5th was when I designed the Bobby Sherman cartoon. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the cartoon done for that time. So I'm working on it. But of course, Bobby Sherman's not going to look like this. But I did have one I put up with him, kind of like that. So all my cartoons originally, when I was a kid, I drew everybody with a round head, and I was learning how to draw. But for somebody who's 11 years old, and then I made him, of course, I gotta say, I have to animate everything. Everything I make has to have the kind of movement to it. So I also got to keep making these moving things. All the Halloween decorations and all the Christmas decorations at that time were jointed characters. I used to buy them, play with them. And I said, I'm going to make my own like that. And that's what I did. I used to have other ones too, like that. One of Eclipsio, one of Armstrong like this. But fortunately, those ones got either thrown away, lost, or whatever. Bobby Sherman, he's the only lucky one that survived that. And I got it because he's the main character anyway at that time. And Eclipsio is too. I wish I did have the original so you can see what he looked like. He didn't look like what he looks like now. He looked like this. Picture Eclipsio looking like this with the black hair. And originally Eclipsio had fangy teeth, and I didn't like the fangy teeth. The original Armstrong was kind of like that too, round head. And I think I have some. If there was a video that I think did I put it up online yet? Was that? Oh, excuse me. Is that one I'm working on? Yeah, that was one I was working on for the beginning of the year. But I had that flood that happened to me, and I wasn't able to finish it, and that's what happened. So, and you know what? The funniest thing too, I know he has green eyes in this sparkle because I have blue eyes, blue sparkle, so I use green. I know Bobby's got blue eyes. This is just something I did. But if you notice the outfit that he's wearing with the peace sign and the yellow and the later on, the green shirt, I actually transferred that over to Sam. If you see some of my newer cartoons with Sam, this outfit was him doing that with red pants instead of black pants. And then Bobby Sherman, the newer Bobby Sherman, I have a different kind of outfit on. I made a white, like a Hawaiian shirt on him. Because Bobby had these nice colorful things. And I made it more colorful. I have a sketch over here, the newer version of Bobby. So I have to look through my pictures. Ooh. These are some. I might as well just show you some cartoons I've done from the past. Here's an old picture from way back. I don't know when. It has to be an old one because this is from when I was in school. That's school paper. I was learning the alphabets. My dyslexia, I kept reversing these letters. I was one the baby B and the baby D. When you're dyslexic, these things are a problem. When I was a kid, I did this. So I remember which direction the B's and the D's went. This here sketch over here, he was he's not Santa Claus. He's a scientist who made a thing called the sun tree. He does look like a Santa Claus, I know, kind of, right? See this here? This is the way he used to do the flying nun. These kids over here, this is Richard and Pinky. No, yeah, Richard and Pinky. These are two kids that used to live on top of the sun tree. There was this big, gigantic tree called sun tree. But on the top of the tree, there was a spot where they had a house. And then the flying nun used to fly them up. And they used to live up here on top of inside the tree. This was some kind of crazy idea I had when I was 8 years old. Yeah, 8 years old. But you know what? There is such a big thing as a big tree like that. It's called the tree of life. And this tree grew big fruits. Excuse me. And I did not know that until later on. I have these dentures on. When I got the teeth, when I finally got fit in my mouth right, they have a bad habit of making my mouth so dry. Or my mouth gets so dry. I choke. My choke gets dry. Hold on. Oh. I don't know if anybody else has pictures, if that happens to them. But that's one of my old drawings from way back when. Here was one of my first cartoon characters. This is Cornelius the Rooster. I designed this character from a cornflakes blocks. Cornflakes, way back when we used to have a rooster on the box. Now, I don't know if this is exactly what he looked like way back when I was 8 years old, because I don't have any pictures I drew of him 8 years old. This is something out of my memory that I redrawn. He's in the animation. If you look at the Manabot movie, you'll see this fasting in the movie. This is what Eclipsio originally looked like. The round head, That heat like that. That was his real look. Eclipse he was going to have in a newer cartoon later on, hopefully by March, he's going to have a girlfriend called Luna. And I'm working on her. She's something new I'm working on. Eclipse and Luna. Looking forward to that in the future. Let's see, the rest of this is embryo. And this is here's a croaker. um, and that's Gus, his head, Gus's head. How come I don't have, yeah, somebody's got messed up. I'm looking for, that was Carl Sagan. Missing Carl Sagan and Jubilee. That's Carl. I'm looking for the picture Bobby. That's Jubilee Sally's head. That's Sam's head. The guy that I told about, it's the Alpha for Bobby Sherman when I changed him over. Okay, I'm just looking for that guy. Where'd he go? Bobby Sherman, where are you, Bobby? Not there, Sandy Sherman the Fowls. Only on the lion. Thing on the lion. Hold on, I'll find it. It's in this category. Later on, you'll get introduced to. I'm looking at something. I'm looking at a movie that's going to go the history of my cartoons. I'll try to see if I get that done. Here. Now this is a Bobby Sherman that I made a newer version of what this one is when I was doing the round heads. But this is what I did for memory. So I was redoing Bobby Sherman. I did this by memory of this, and I wanted to more modernize it. I was going to animate this one to what he looks like now. This here redone as this, fixing his face up and all. But that one didn't really look like Bobby. It looks like Bobby Sherman as a kid, young Bobby Sherman. So maybe when he's younger, when I need to see, well, he's more of a kid. That's more of a kid look. But that's not what he looks like now. The more newer version of Bobby Sherman is looking like this. That's more the Bobby Sherman minus this here. This flip is a little too flippy here, but I kind of. This was also again memory, and so I found the pictures. I was looking for the pictures. I did have my memory. The original Armstrong looked like this. It was more overhead. That's not looking at the overhead one of the astronauts. But then, of course, I made him like the new Armstrong you can see in the cartoons now. I don't have that picture here. But, then this was another character that I made a long time ago. Flappy the butterfly. I was doing insects when I was a kid. Then I did one of a ladybug called the Wee. I don't know why I called the ladybug the Wee. Make us go wee to fly away. I don't know. I was a kid. I was 8 years old. So I have a bunch of things. I have a cartoon character called Punchy the Lobster. There's a more modern look of Punchy the Lobster now. The original Punchy the Lobster, he had more of a lobster looking face than a cartoony face that he has there. Believe it or not, I was the original Little Mermaid, I guess. I don't know. I'm going back about 7 years old now. I lived on Bay Parkway, Bay Ridge, Bay Area. And there was a place where people would hang over and go fishing and all. And then I had this fish book about fishes and all. I was fascinated by fish. And I decided to make and my sister liked mermaids. And she told me about mermaids. And I put the two and two together and I made Telford, the little girl, who bubbles the fish. that's kind of like what I did draw way back when. Kind of. I don't remember quite, but that was an old cartoon character that I did a long time ago also. It was Tell for the little girl. She had this big seashell that she would ride in under the water like a ride, which was almost like those cable car effect that when you go to Disney World, but it was under the water as a seashell. Then I had another cartoon character way back at the same time. I did one called one of a bee called Plunk Plump the Bee, which later on became the Unseen World Bee. And the Unseen World cartoons are big stuff. Of course, it changed a little bit during the years. That's a redrawn of the original drawing. And then I had the spider that I made called Webby the Spider. See, this is kind of like what the original drawing was. And I did it. And then, I made cartoon characters out of everything. I even made a cartoon out of a drop of water. Drippity drop. And when I was a kid, I made cartoons of everything. I even made a cartoon out of a dawn. Dawny. And then today they make cartoons out of everything, don't they? Honeycomb. That was honeycomb. I was the original Benny Tales too, wasn't I? Acorn. I was fascinated by science and plants and botany. The beginning shows were a botanical gardens to treat kids, and they had some characters that were plant-like characters. Beanie the plant. Didn't have a drawing of that one. The bean plant that danced. It was all part of this old time show called the Sun Tree. Cornelius the rooster would wake everybody up. And everybody said, shut up. They would throw pillows at him. That was kind of funny. This is a moon that I keep dropping on big stuff. Talk. I don't know how that guy remember that's a moon. So there's a little blast from the past. If you want to look at more fun stuff like that, I uploaded a video earlier of more characters that I made. This is just some scribbles I made. I was designing a new monkey. May stick him in my next movie. It's almost like embryo, doesn't he? He's an embryo monkey. I know. So working on something. I'm always working on new characters. Hey guys, have you designed your own characters up? It's fun to make your own characters. I know a couple of my friends do that. It's fun to make up a character and then bring it to life in animation. Let me check out some things. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Ann Allen. Merry Christmas. What's your opinion on the carpetbagger dolls? What's my opinion on carpetbagger dolls? Oh, the dolls that Aaron sells from Carpetbagger. I think they're kind of cute. To be honest with you, you know what they remind me of? Do you see the resemblance? When I saw the doll, I said it looks like my Puppy Sherman cartoon. The smile and everything, the way the hair goes. But they were cute. They kind of reminded me of this. Is that why you said what I think about the carpetbagger dolls? Because didn't that remind you of that? It might. It looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, thank you. Exuma. I'm pronouncing your name right. I like your comment. You said, I am the most amazing person ever. I love your videos so much. Thank you for the compliment. I hope I pronounced your name right. Exumia. I am bad at names and reading names. Please forgive me. I am dyslexic, but that's why I read the compliment that you left me. So you know who I'm talking about. Happy holidays, Kadu. Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right too. Some names are kind of hard for me to pronounce, so I'm trying. There's a person called Zam, 626. Now look at that. What do you mean by now? Look at that. I mean the Bobby Sherman that I showed you. Funny Man TV. How are me? I'm doing fine. How are you? Yeah, I'm having a good time. It's nice to talk to people. I wish I could see you guys face to face like you see me. It'll be more fun. Let's see. I'm going to read some of the remarks. I'm going to go back on this chat, see if I missed anything. Well, SCJ Entertainment, I guess he left. He said he's going by. I guess he had to eat. But he was nice. He makes those little animatronic things. He uses some Lego parts, and he uses little servo motors from cars, and he makes a nice little animatronics show. He uses a little construction paper. He has a great imagination. Check him out. It's called SJ Entertainment. I give him a thumbs up. He's a young kid. He does a great job. That's how I started out making animatronics. I used to get old broken up toys that were like this that people would throw away in the garbage. But take them out of the garbage, try to fix them. Took them apart to see how they worked. And if I could fix them, I used the motors to make other things. And that's how I started and learned how to make things that move. And as I got older and bigger, I was able to figure out where to buy the motors. And I taught myself kind of, well, actually, the Lord's given me the gift to teach myself. He's given me the wisdom to figure it out. Guys, see back here, and that's how I make animated things like that. All kinds of stuff. But fun is doing. I like everything that moves. Animation. My Rosa Graciano is my name. Animation is my game. That's what I do. Daniel's 9. Daniel's 9. Let's see. That who else is here? The Hills 89 said, "Hi Rosalie, big fan, love your work." Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Embryo Pure Avis Tommy said, I don't know if I have a Christmas extravaganza, and I do. So check out the video. Exuma said, "Hi. You're a big fan." I'm reading all the comments. I'm trying to backtrack everything. The numbers 3 and 4 are very unique and special, I would say. Oh, yes, it is 3 and 4. 3 is the number of God. 4 is the number of the 4 chambers of the heart. If you look at the Manabot set, it's there. If you know the vision of Ezekiel, I lined it up in the cartoon. You would see that. And of course, on the number set, see the heart corner of the Manabot set on the number line, on the number plane. There is 4 chambers of this heart. Look at that. And the bulb on the top is number 3, which goes straight up. That's straight up to God. Bulb number 3 is also on the bottom coming down. That's God coming down to earth, being part of the creation. He emptied himself or his all to become a man so that we can come to know him back into his creation. This is the way God thinks, this is the heart of God. But look at the back of the Manabot set. What's this piece remind you of? Doesn't that remind you of the sperm cell? Carrying the genetic information. If you zoom in on a sperm cell on a Manabot cell, these little bumps are miniature versions of this. It carries the same code, the same information. If you want to zoom in to the tail, it will carry all the same information, but it's slightly different because the male determines the sex of the child. The male determines half of the chromosomes, the structures but usually the sex of the child. It's in the sperm. You need an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. Doesn't this remind you of the egg and also the planet Unity, the zygote? The sperm enters the egg is the zygote. We are created in the image of God, God's own heart. Get it? The four chambers, God's heart. Four chambers, the four ends of the earth, east, west, north, and south. There's a lot related in the Manabot set, or the way God thinks. It's the mind of God. Numbers are not of God. The beauty in numbers is built in the numbers. It's built in the numbers. See, numbers existed way before we even did. God created all things. And the reason why all of creation and the Manabot set kind of resemble each other because they're all part of the mind of God. It's the way God thinks. It's the secrets in his creation. If you look at my movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's this awesome sauce. I find that very fascinating. Let's see. I watched you since I was 4. Oh, wow. So you saw me from the very beginning? When I first uploaded my first movie with Sam? Or the singing salad? You saw the very first video I put up with the singing salad? Mamma mia, I make a pizza pie. Mamma mia, I make a good salad. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Let's see. Let's see. Merry Christmas. You love my animatronics. Are you in inspiration of? No, I love your animatronics. You are an inspiration to all people around the world. Oh, thank you, Eximia. And it's very hard for me to pronounce your name. Please forgive me. It's hard to talk with these dentures. I don't have top teeth. I got this denture thing in my mouth. I can't pronounce certain words. So, and I'm dyslexic. So, I have a couple of things that drives me crazy. But other than that, I get by. Oh, CSJ wanted to know what pure hate is. So that's one of the people that are writing to me. He didn't know what I was saying. Yeah, I kind of don't really like saying that word. That's why I try not to say it. I'm gonna call you Tommy for now on because I don't like saying the beginning with you. No offense, but I don't like to say the A word. It's, I don't know why you picked that name. You're beautiful. You're not an A word. You're a beautiful person, created in the image of God. Tommy, I love her hissing sound. What movie did the astronauts get COVID in? I forgot, and I want to watch it again. Oh, that Tommy, that is the one called A Hazy Journey. It's one big stuff winds up getting small and goes inside the Fred Hayes. He's the one who winds up getting the COVID. And one of Jim's crazy inventions helps him. He makes a submarine, shrinks Biggie down to a small size, injects him into Hayes, and the fun starts. And you'll see how Biggie takes care of it. If you want to see that one, that's another funny movie. It's called 2020, A Hazy Journey. Let's see. I need to get some drink again. Oh. Ah, I put these dolls up here for now. Nah, got stuff all over the place. Get it? Got stuff all over the place. Right, Hazy? Oh, a busy one. Woo-hoo. It's a Hazy horsey. I like when Hazy became horsey. I've always liked to horse around. Let's see. I'm checking out. See, I'm fixing a Jimmy Santa animatronic. Oh, okay. I have one too in the back. Was it one like this one? Was it? Let's see if we can show it. My astronauts are blocking it. It's back there. Big animals. I have another one too. I have a newer one too. And over there, that one. See that one? It's in the corner next to the chair. Oh, here's my animatronics of Rocket Fire, if you can see them. I wish I could walk around with this computer, but I can't. It's connected to the wires that are connected to everything else. And I can't, if I move, I'll mess everything up. Ooh, is that earthquake opening? Woo! Try to set to me now. Get back into the picture. There we go. There we go. There she go around. Woo! We had an earthquake. Woo! We wound up in the unseen world. Yeah, I'm trying to center everything back there. Where was we? I guess we was here. You gotta see the boys, right? Let's see. I'll meet up some more stuff. I think since you have over 2,000 subscribers, that there is a way to make money, but I'm not sure. I know there is a way to do it, but you have to go through all kinds of. It's so techy. I went through it to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out at all, and it was like so many demands, so many techy stuff, and it's like too confusing. And I'm afraid I'm going to do something wrong, and I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I don't want. See, people are going to pay me to do. I don't want to owning my characters. That's what it is. That's why I don't take money from nobody that I don't know. Because they try to buy me out probably deep down inside, and I don't know about that. I don't trust people anymore. This is I got scammed. My Apollo 13 cartoon is my merchandise, my copyright. I'm the owner. Nobody else. Jim Lovell and Fred Hayes knows that. So does NASA. Because I wrote to NASA, they gave me the lending library. They gave me videos on all the Apollo 13 astronauts, the journey, so when I was making the movie Apollo 13 Legacy Lives On, I had all the facts. And I got to meet them, and I gave them that cartoon, and they have it in their possession. So it's my copyright, and it's all copyrighted and everything. So I don't trust any of that stuff. I'm sorry. I will not do that. But you said if I'm gonna sell DVDs, now I'm working on one. I may, in the long run, have one up for sale. I'm gonna try to see if I can make a video set with when I complete the series. There'll be probably more than one DVD. It'll be a box set with all of the Apollo 13 astronaut cartoons that I've done in the series, starting from Biggie and the Unseen World to whatever the last one's going to be, up until where I am now, the Christmas one. The ones I did in the 2D animation. I may stick in as a bonus special Apollo 13, the musical. But I have to see now, because the background music on a lot of these cartoons was from the group The Green Orbs, which was done by the London Library YouTube. And I have to make sure copyrights of all the songs and that they get a percentage of the funds. I need the money for the production. I need to make sure the legal things are right before I go out and do it because it's not all just me. I had help with the background music in some of those cartoons. So I don't know if I can sell those right now. That's the reason why I didn't. I'm not making money on them. And if I do sell them, yes, the money will go to a percentage of each video. Will the artists will get their share of the finances. But I don't have all the legal mumble jumble and can't figure all that out right now, and I don't want to get into any kind of legal trouble. That is why I'm not selling any of those. But I'm going to try to see how I could go about it. And to go about it, you need money, which I don't have. So, and just to produce one DVD, just to make 100 copies, I need at least $1,000. Where can I get that? That's just in the production, to reproduce it. Not counting the copyright and the money that's gonna go to the artists and that's you know what I'm saying? You need money. I need a couple of $1,000s before I could do that. And that's a dream I have to have my cartoons out there to sell. If I could only get people like my friend Clinton to help me make original music for my movies. Now I do have some original music. The Froggy movies, yes. The whole entire Froggy series, that is all my original. So and the Quest movie, which is another thing I did, that's all my original. And the people that gave me some songs to use in that movie, I had permission to use. So I have no problem with those. But they're the old fashioned animation, and they're not really that good quality. The audio is not as clear. I have to remake them with a better quality, and I may redo them again before I produce them on DVD because I gotta be perfect, you know. I need a lot of help. That's what I need. I need other animators to help me out to really make my movies good. I would love to have my own animation studio. If I did not have a sister that took all my money, my fiance passed on, the money that he left me for me to move here in Florida, I could probably have my animation studio. And I could have had all these things out there by now. It would have been great, but it didn't work out. I didn't have the right people. You know, you have to have the right people. You have people you can trust. That's why I am where I am now. You know, I'm not. Now I'm older now, so it's kind of harder. I don't get around like I used to. I don't have the youth like I had way back then. I wish I was 30 years younger, but I'm going to do. I could do the best I can do. So one day, who knows? The Lord's willing, they'll be out for sale. Right now, I'm just really sharing my heart's desire since I was 11 years old kid. And I made this big stuff cartoons on the boys. I said, I want to make my Apollo 13 cartoon so the world can see it. I want my cartoons, I want to share my cartoons with the world, and I'm doing that. That's my reward is being able to share it with everybody. Like I said, I'm not really crazy over money. If I didn't need money to survive or to make things or do things, I don't care about it. The love, sharing what the Lord's given me freely that I can share with you, that is where it's at. That's to give back. What the Lord's freely given to me that I can give back to you, that is really where it's at. If more people would live like that, what a beautiful, wonderful world it would be. If people would get together and be in unity and just love each other. Love the Lord, love each other. You know, there's that same thing with the manabot. Look at that. Gotta go up from heaven down to earth, love God, man and God, love one another. the chorus. God and man, and a man reaching out, loving one another, the world. The line, again, if you relate to the mind of God, which why I say the manna brought that. It's the mind of God. Look, you see, the boom. I don't know if I got this the right direction. This is from west, north, south, or whichever way it goes. I don't know if I'm showing it the right way. Yeah, there we go. I got the right way now. Hands upside down. How many of you like the old Bobby Sherman? Really, some more comments here. Merry Christmas, Audrey Jubilee. Tyler, hi Tyler, how you doing? How many Earl Puppets have I made? I don't know. I must have made about 20 of them for Aaron. Must have made 20 of those. If you think I'm Christmas, Merry Christmas. Somebody is named. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Am I talking to you? Tommy? Am I talking to you? Yeah, I guess if you're a friend of SJC Entertainment, yeah. Are you the same person? How many Earl puppets I make? I said about 20. And I don't know what swag. Do you think the class is better than swag? I don't know what class is, and I don't know what you mean by class. Like looking good, swag like this, like Apollo 13. You gotta let me know. Let's see. I'm going to go now. Merry Christmas. Debian 17. You're from New York? Baby. I don't know what that means. Hi, baby. Hi. I'm reading some of your comments, so I'm reading through. I'm trying to see if I didn't miss anybody. I'm seeing if there's anything new. Zam, so awesome. Oh, what? In spite of, okay, I did that already. Exuma, I also made a big one. Oh, I made sculptures for the Rocket Fire and Chuck E. Cheese and more. Oh, you sculpture things like clay? Exumia? Okay. I like to see that. That's how I start when I make dolls. When I make the rubber faces, I start out of clay, then I make a plaster mold, and I pour the latex rubber in it. And with the latex rubber face, then I can make the animation. Pretty much how I also make these dolls. See, they got rubber heads, but I filled them up with foam. See, this is sculpture that clay first, and I poured them in rubber, made rubber heads. You can see it's squishy. But I put the expandable foam inside the head, so it has weight in it, so the head can wobble back and forth. Let's see. Um, now look at that. Zam, what's now look at that man. Oh, was I showing the Bobby Sherman picture? You said that? That looks super good. I don't know what you said looks super good, or look at that. Oh, I was showing you. Gotta tell me what that was. I'm sorry. I mm, I'm trying to see. Funny man. A big shout out. A shout out by Archie. You said about the carpet burger dolls. Merry Christmas, Ann Allen. Forest Bio. Hi. Forest Bio. Make more animatronics. Love you. Yeah, I would make more animatronics once I get money up to buy stuff to make them. They cost money, lots of money. And yeah, I had at least a couple $100 I need to start. That's just a start, which I don't have right now. Merry Christmas. I didn't make any money yet this year, so it's like, but and last year I didn't make any money hardly neither. Hi, Big Billy Bob. Oh, you saw the Big Billy Bob I made? Okay, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see it me as I was working on them. When I remake them, you're going to see how beautiful it's going to look. I'm just waiting to get some brown. I need some brown plush, which costs a fortune if I go to buy it. But I have no factory. I work at the toy factory, my friend's toy factory, bigplush.com. He's been having a finance problem too. I've asked him for 5 years if he had any something brown. It's hard to get fabric. It's been 5 years he's been trying to get the color I'm looking for. Because I can get a good discount on it there. I could be making him a pad and he'll pay me in the plush. But he wasn't able to get the color. And Billy Bob needs to be the right color. The plush I got on him right now was just scraps of dark chocolate brown. It's not his color. And that face I got a real face of Billy Bob that I bought from Aaron. Put a real mask on him when I make him. But I need to get stronger servo motors. I need to get the new servo controller. And that's about $300 just the controller that I want to use. Just the controller. It's not anything else. It goes to show you. And that's the cheap price on it. There's also one that I really want to work as. Guess that's $1,000, but that's too much for me right now. It's expensive. I don't have the money. I also got a broken TV that's been broken for a year and a half. I mean, I didn't fix the TV neither. So I'm trying. You're going to sleep? Okay. Well, it's nice seeing you all. I'm going to be leaving soon too because it's time for me to start cooking my din. My tummy is getting hungry. So everybody, I wish you a Merry Christmas. All my good YouTube fans. All my big stuff fans. Don't forget to see the funny cartoon on Big Stuff. The Christmas special. Trees, plus many others I made. The boys have a lot of fun in this one. It's good to invite people to your house and have a good celebration. Even if you live in a candy house. We're all going to go to Vicky's house for the Christmas. Well, I may put up another video during Christmas Eve. Maybe so. If I got the time, I may do it. Depends on what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas this year. I don't know if anybody's going to come and surprise me with anything or not. So until then, everybody, you have a Merry Christmas. I'll be working on that Bobby Sherman and the Astronaut cartoon, which will be the next big stuff movie, the art one, the art critic. I think it's what I called it, the art critic or the work of art. I think it's called the work of art. I think was the name. I'm trying to find art is in the eye of the beholder. I don't know what title I had on it. I have to remember its title. I had a couple of titles playing around in my head. Hey, anybody who's listening right now, whoever's still on, what title do you like for my next movie? Art is the art in the eye of the beholder. I don't know if that sounds good. Or the work of art. Or what in the world is that? And more leaning to that. What in the world is that? It's supposed to be funny. It's a funny cartoon. And oh, you call that art? Or maybe some other titles. You know, maybe some of you got an idea. Funny. Now see, I can leave a like. If you like this video, give me a like, or like my cartoons that make a big give me likes down there on all my cartoons, because I read all that. I want to know how many of my fans see my cartoons. If you have something to say and nice things, only nice things, please. No nasty letters and nasty stuff. I don't like nasty stuff. You know, I get a lot of people that write there. All I have to do is get them thumbs down. I don't like that. That's not good. We have to love each other. We have to be nice. Be sensible, right? Yeah, love people. If you don't like something, and you don't have nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. Don't say it. Don't hurt somebody's feelings. We're all here for everybody. We're here to give everybody love, share good times. Oh, I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to give you entertainment. Lord's gifted me so I can do that. I'm here to give you the good word of the Lord. Let's celebrate Jesus' birthday, where he wants everybody to live together in harmony and in peace and in love. And that's what the season is all about. Love, peace, and harmony. We should all live together. We should all love each other. We should all love the one who created us. The one who made all things possible. Because without, there won't be anything. Let me tell you what Christmas is to me. Christmas is the day that the creator of all that is emptied himself of his all but love to become one of his creations so that he can live amongst his creation, so that his creation can be reconciled to him or come to know him and be saved from the pit of hell. That is why he died on the cross and shed his blood for the forgiveness of sin, so that we can be free from the bondage of sin. He became the sacrifice. He loved his creation so much. What other God or other person would love in that way but the creator of all that is? That's what Christmas is. Christmas is the love of God shown full force. He came to be the lamb, the atonement lamb, the ransom, pay off sin, pay the debt all complete. And of course, Christmas leads into another holiday. And talking about Bobby Sherman, after Christmas, you know what comes the next holiday. And this is a doll I made of Bobby Sherman. It's one of the dolls I made from way back then. I made this actually, I sculptured this head in 1981. This is the new Bobby Sherman head. This is what the cartoon looks like now. And I found this, so I was cleaning my clothes. I found the head. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make this doll. Now, I made this doll according to an outfit that he really wore. This is a remake of the actual outfit he wore when he was on a TV special in 1970 when he sang the song Easy Come, Easy Go. And then I had all broken down mechanical toy. Like I said, I get sometimes motors from old toys like this from a garage sale. And it was all broken. It was a broken up Easter bunny. I had the head with a broken neck, and it was all broken. It was all, but it was only 50 cents, and it still played music and wiggled a little. So, you know, I'm going to buy it for 50 cents. I can use parts to make something with. I had it laying around. I found the head, and I said, you know what? That sounds like Bobby Sherman a little bit. It's about Easter. You know what? Let's put it together, make a Bobby Sherman animated doll. And that's what I did. And watch what he does.
Come on, all you bunnies. Clap your hands. Come on, let's wiggle again. Like we did last Easter. Yeah.
Let's wiggle again. Like we did last year.
Do you remember when we were really hungry?
Boing, boing, boing. Did it again. Like the time is here. And that's what's coming up next. Round and up and down we go again. And let's wiggle again. Like we did last Easter. Woo-hoo. Let's wiggle again. Like we did last year. Bump, bump, bump. well, I guess everybody's getting ready for Easter, right? But of course, we got to finish off with Christmas. Like the little puppy would say. Oh, yeah. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I wish they would make a rocket fire explosion dolls like this. That would be cool, right? And with that, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a good time and good cheer. Until then, everybody, this is RG Jubilee and Biggie and the astronauts of all, and all fun stuff. We're all big stuff saying, have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and I shall see you all again. Jingle bells. And I'll see you around. Bye. God bless you all and have a good day. Enjoy. That's a kiss out to you. A kiss from God to you. From RG Jubilee. Bye.